Triceratops!
Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. I am Mr. Blast and today we are taking a look at not one, but two Mighty Morphin Power Rangers toys, 2025's Reignition Triceratops and 2022's Zord Ascension Project Triceratops. And we're going to find out which one of these is going to be the better toy. Let's get into it. All right, so here we have both Triceratops from two different lines, one from the 2025 release Reignition and also 2022's Zord Ascension Project. This one's made by Playmates. This one was made by the Lightning Collection line from Hasbro. This one is discontinued, but is still a pretty easily found set. But I just wanted to take a moment to compare both of these toys. I think they're both good in their own rights for different reasons. But we're first going to take a look at the 2025 release from Playmates. So we're going to set aside the Zord Ascension Project. We're going to put this Triceratops right over here, put his tail down. And I'm just going to pick it up and take a nice good look at it. They both pretty much have the same type of blue paint job, which I really like. They match pretty well as far as the blue that they use. The number one thing I'm going to notice first is that they used gray plastic here. I think this is, yeah, it's actually plastic. No, this is painted, is it? Let's take a closer look at that. Can we see that? Is it a trim piece or is that, oh, that's painted. Wow, okay. So yeah, they actually painted that really good. Wow, I actually thought that for a second that this was a trim piece that they put on here. Actually, you can see where the paint is now. I just looked closer at that. I haven't really had a good close look at these. We're doing this for the video, so I'm just as surprised as you guys when I see this stuff. You've got the same type of eyes, the oval-shaped eye with the red in the center there. The horns are very different. These are way longer horns. These are also molded plastic in just plain gray plastic. You've got the blue horn here. This does not move at all. The mouth doesn't move either. I wish it did. I wish you could open the mouth. And you see the Triceratops, he opens his mouth all the time when they're rolling in to, you know, get battle action in there, you know. So you've got the tank treads here. This is different too. I had to actually look at, you know, these two earlier between that one and that one and realize that this has tank treads here and this just doesn't. The other one does not. So we're going to take a look at that as well. The backside where you plug it into the Tyrannosaurus to form the leg. The bottom side, pretty plain. There's nothing here. Unfortunately, no wheels. These treads don't move. There's no wheels, and it drives me nuts. In the front here, you've got the really large feet that are not painted. They're just blue plastic. There's nothing much there. And the tail is probably one of the biggest differences. You've got more of a toy look here with a sticker. It's got the black outline with the red rectangle there. This also has like missile firing action, so be careful when you're transforming this. You can, for a Megazord, you can just hold it down and that's it. The tail won't do anything else as long as you don't press that button. However, transforming it, I probably hit the button, I don't know, 10 times and shot the laser and I had to go find it somewhere. This thing shoots pretty hard, I'm not gonna lie. Check this out. Pew! Yeah, so it definitely shoots that blue laser of doom pretty hard, so don't recommend pointing this at your friends or family. You'd probably poke their eyes out with it. Yeah, shoot your eye out, kid. My biggest gripe with this guy, look at these screws, man. They couldn't bother to hide the screws some other way or cover these up somehow. So it's really ugly from the outside. I guess, luckily enough, the leg goes like this. So you're not going to really see them if you face the Megazord a certain way. Speaking of that, let's just do the transformation really quick. That's all there is to it. There's not much else. Essentially, these feet also act as like heel spurs, so the Megazord can stand up. Because this guy does get pretty tall when you transform him fully. Also, the neck is articulated, I believe. Yeah, it actually is. Yeah, you can turn his head to give him a little bit of articulation. So that's a plus, right? So yeah, overall, this is a pretty simple and basic Triceratops. This up here is also a sticker, so be mindful of that. Try not to catch it with your fingernail or anything. But other than that, there's really not much else to it. This guy is as plain gets, and sometimes that's okay. I just really don't like these screw holes. It really kills me seeing all these screw holes just lined up, and it's just really painfully obvious. But all right, enough of that. Let's move on to the Zord Ascension project. Okay, now we have 2022's Zord Ascension project Triceratops out. And yeah, this guy's got way more detail to him. First of all, I absolutely love that you can open the mouth on this guy to give him some action poses. You know, so it kind of looks like when he's being called in, the Triceratops is actually roaring into battle, which is really neat. I actually really like that. I only found out recently that the mouth actually opens on this guy, so no detail inside, but it's still cool that they added that. The eyes. I love what they did with the eyes here. It makes them look more serious and less derpy. You can see this guy's eye has only got just the white around it and the red oval in the center, but they actually painted the entire thing right here. And then they put the red oval in there, and it looks a lot better that way. So kudos to Zord Ascension for getting that looking really nice. Silver horns, both bendy plastic, I would say. Yeah, they're both bendy, but these are silver. It gives a little more pop and detail. This is all painted white right here. I knew right off the bat this was painted white, and then the design here on the forehead here is actually more paint, which is nice. They kind of messed up a little bit on the front with the white paint. But honestly, unless you're really that nitpicky, it's not that big of a deal. Moving around to the side here, you can see we've got what looks like TR for Triceratops, I guess. This has got a lot more molded detail here. You've got a black stripe right here. Oh, there's actually one on the other one too, but there's more mechanical detail to this right here, as you can see. Moving around the back, you've got a different connector towards the right here for the Tyrannosaurus to connect to for when you make Megazord. Around the back, you've got a lot more just like electronics and details here. Around the side, same type of thing, but guess what? There's no screw holes. This entire thing is completely covered and filled in. And I understand that this is more of a toy, this is more of a collector's item, but still, man, they could have done something about the screw holes on the side of this thing. I don't know why I'm bugging out about it so bad. It just drives me nuts. I don't know, considering that when you're done collecting and putting this Megazord together, this is a $100 toy. You would think that they would have collectively made them all the same quality in that sense, where you don't see stuff like that. It's 2025. Come on, we could have done better with that. Looking around the tail, there's no missile firing action, which I'm okay with. It's one less thing to lose, but it's all painted in a nice silver. You've got the rectangles a little bit different on this one. It's just a pure, like, computerized looking rectangle with a nice translucent red with the black paint around it. This is a little bit sloppy on the black and silver on both sides. This one's actually better, but this one's a little bit sloppy, at least in my opinion. And also, the neck moves all the way up just for transformation purposes. You can turn it all the way around. The Playmates version, you cannot do that. Also, there's also a little cockpit showing where the Blue Ranger sits. Really hard to see because it's really tiny and there's no paint in there. But yeah, the horn opens up and it's got a little cockpit in there for him to jump into the Triceratops Zord. So also, when you transform this guy, you can put the tail down. These actually expand out when you're Triceratops. You collapse them when you want to do the Megazord. So we're going to do this, and we're going to make sure that that is good to go. Make sure the mouth is closed, of course. Same thing with his feet. They're painted in silver here. They also act as like a heel spur, so the Megazord doesn't fall over on itself. And that's really it. So he's got a nice ankle pivot, so you can see that this thing will stand up. The Megazord from the Zord Ascension project stands up. The other one as well. They both stand up pretty well, I will say. You can see the scale difference. Here, let's move the camera just a wee bit. Okay, so there you go. You've got the legs both side by side. You can see the scale difference between the Playmates version of the Megazord and also here's Hasbro's version of it. A nice side-by-side comparison of them overall. Okay, and if we turn them to the side here, up the front, we gotta fix that laser. Put the legs side by side. That's also, you know, pretty good. It's a pretty decent size comparison. I really don't like the eyes on this guy. It makes him look super derpy. I don't think this it looks like it does, but it's got a little thing here that looks like it opens, but I'm moving this around. It ain't moving, so that's what we get. We can turn it to this side here as well. Same thing. The scale is way different, I think, because this one scales better with the Astro Megazord from the same line. Here's the bottom side of them. Oh, this one again, no rolling treads, no wheels, no nothing. That's all you get. For some reason, this guy just wants to keep tipping. I think I need to fix his head. Yeah, he just wants to keep tipping. I don't know why, but there you go. You can see this one on the right. This is the Zord Ascension project. This has way more detail on the bottom. There's an axle here. There's all kinds of electronics and things on the bottom. This is just plain flat plastic. So, but yeah, what do you guys think? Triceratops from the Playmates Reignition line, and then you've got Hasbro's discontinued Zord Ascension project. I like both for various reasons. This is nice, a nice toy. This is a really nice collector's piece. But there you have it. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been a really quick and short video comparison of the Triceratops Zord from Playmates Reignition toy line and from Hasbro's Lightning Collection in the Zord Ascension project Triceratops. I have more coming. I've got to do Saber-Tooth Tiger. I've also got to do the Pterodactyl, and when the Mastodon comes in, I have to get that as well. We've already done the Tyrannosaurus, so make sure you guys tune in and watch that. I will try to put it up here somewhere so you guys can click it if you're on mobile. Make sure you look for it. It's under a playlist. If not, just look back in the channel. You'll be able to find it. But thank you guys very much for watching. I'm Mr. Blast. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate that. And I will catch you guys on the next video. Later.